Hi, I'm David Hurd from David Hurd Productions in Tampa, Florida. I've been in this business for over 36 years, so I've used a lot of gear. For 17 of those 36 years, I've also been testing and reviewing production gear, writing every month for the last 12 years for P3Update.com. Today, I'll show you a 4K editing solution for the new Mac Pro. I ordered my new 6-core Mac Pro system with the 2 D700 graphics card update. Then, I added a 64GB RAM update from Otherworld Computing for about half the money that Apple charges. The 3 Thunderbolt channels are connected as follows. Channel 1 goes into a Blackmagic Ultra Studio 4K interface, then out to a Bolin 32-inch broadcast monitor. I chose this piece of gear because the Blackmagic Ultra Studio 4K only costs $1,000, and it allows you to accurately view DaVinci Resolve on an external monitor. I haven't got my 4K monitor yet, but my Bolin HD monitor looks great and only needs calibrating every few years rather than every few months like some other brands. Channel 2 goes into a HighPoint RocketStor 6328 RAID adapter, then plugs into 2 G-Speed ES Pro RAID enclosures. The reason I selected the RocketStor 6328s over other products is that they eliminate buying a 2-piece system, then having to look to both companies for support. Also, a Thunderbolt PCI expansion box and RAID HBA cost over $1,600 versus the $699 cost of the RocketStor 6328 RAID adapters. It's amazing how much technology has changed in the last few years. My last RAID consisted of $12,000 of SAS drives and $3,000 of cases with a $1,000 RAID adapter. In contrast, this system is actually 25% faster, has over 4 times the storage at less than half the money. It also runs cooler and quieter than my old RAID, and it's a lot easier to transport. Channel 3 goes into a second RocketStor 6328 RAID adapter, then plugs into 2 more G-Speed ES Pro RAID enclosures. So now we have 2 RocketStor 6328s, each connected to 2 G-Speed ES Pro RAID enclosures via mini-SAS cables. Now, let's take a look at how I set up this RAID. I used the HighPoint RAID software to create a RAID 5 on each adapter. So now, either set of 8 drives can lose a drive without any data loss. The next step is to combine the 2 RAID 5s, so I went into the Mac OS X and striped both RAID 5s into one giant 28 terabyte RAID 50. The new Mac Pro is an amazing system. It's powerful enough for your studio and portable enough for doing on-set DIT work. As you can see from the Blackmagic speed test, this RAID writes data at over 1600 megs a second and reads at over 1900 megs a second. If you look at how many frames per second can be processed using the different codecs, you can see that it can play back any format of SD, HD, or 2K. Theory's great, but let me show you a real-world situation that I encountered. This is Young Star, who had his rap video shot on a 5K RED camera. He called me and said he couldn't find anyone whose system could play it back or edit it. The first thing I did when he arrived was to transfer his data to my new RAID system. Then I brought the R3D files into DaVinci Resolve 11 and color graded them. Everything played back in real time, and since he had never seen his footage before, the Young Star was one happy camper. Knowing that the music was going to be broadcast, I output the R3D 5K files as 1080p ProRes HQ files. Then I brought these 220 megabyte per second ProRes HQ files into Final Cut Pro X and started editing. If you want to edit in Final Cut Pro X in 4K rather than HD, take a look at this. This is 4K ProRes HQ footage. As you can see, this RAID can easily play back at least 8 streams of 4K ProRes HQ footage in real time. This new Mac Pro system with the Blackmagic Ultra Studio 4K, the 2 HighPoint 6328 RAID adapters, and the 4 G-Speed ES Pro RAID enclosures gives you a powerful yet portable 28 terabyte system for 4K color grading, editing, and DIT work. I love it.